Once upon a time, on the edge of a forest, there was an old woman living with her young grandson. The old woman's job was weaving. Every day, she went out to help the people who spun cotton in the fields. At dusk, she would return home with the cotton that the landowner had given her as payment for her day's work. At night, the old woman washed the cotton, spun it, and wove it into loincloths. She then sold the thread to buy food for herself and her grandson. One evening, while the old woman was spinning, her grandson came and started to complain, saying that he wanted food. The old woman quickly got up and went to the kitchen, returning shortly with rice in a hollowed-out coconut bowl. When she gave it to her grandson, he became angry and threw it on the ground. The old woman didn't get angry, but picked up the discarded coconut bowl and went to the kitchen to bring some sugar for her grandson. But the grandson immediately threw the sugar at him again. Then he cried even more furiously and rolled around on the floor. "What do you want?" the grandmother asked. "I want some roasted corn. I've already eaten the roasted corn," the grandmother said, and continued her work. The child cried even more furiously and showed no signs of calming down. "I want some roasted corn. Wah!" The grandmother could no longer bear to hear her grandson's crying. So she took her spinning utensils to the kitchen and began spinning again. The grandmother's behavior made her grandson even more angry. The child went to the kitchen and rolled around on the floor crying. So the grandmother could no longer bear it. So she grabbed a wooden rice scoop and hit her grandson over the head with it. At that moment, the child turned into a monkey. When the boy realized that he had turned into a monkey, he climbed onto the roof of the hut and shouted, "I don't need any more sugar or roasted corn. Now that I've become like this, all I need is some nuts from the forest and some coral water from over there." The surprised grandmother was flustered and tried to calm her grandson. "Come on, boy. I'll give you some corn and sugar. Here's the corn. Here's some sugar. Come, eat as much as you want." However, the monkey quickly flew off into the forest and disappeared.